It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
At the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Gain of 7.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2 yards.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Switzer. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
32-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For Miles.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Buying time to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens nothing. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38.
On the keeper.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Marquise Brown, incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
so 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Ravens nothing.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
At the 16-yard line.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing is Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun, being chased at, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, what a juke into space. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's the 4th-round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
They run it with Balaj. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Balaj. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Here's a run with Garage. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times, so it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
The throw over the middle taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Marquise Brown. A gain of 8 yards.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete.
Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Switzer on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the counter, Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Ravens.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Raven first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
10 yards.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. It's Mark Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along?
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Steps away to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Jackson flushed out right, and he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10.
20, Steelers 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd down, McFarland. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At the 23-yard line.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Baltimore.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Ravens.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Jackson to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 50.
Partner, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Ingram. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
So one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Balaj. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Tonight's final score in overtime.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely, and I think